How many of you can speak multiple languages? In 2014, my family moved from Athens, Ohio, all the way to Mammoth Lakes, California. Much to my surprise, the elementary school offered a dual immersion program in which the students were taught in both English and Spanish starting all the way in kindergarten. Since I moved in the 5th grade, I missed this opportunity, but I always envied my peers who had this lingual advantage over me. Bilingual education can benefit students and the community, even though it does have some flaws. Hola, me llamo Reagan Ritchie, and today I will explain why it is important to implement bilingual education in elementary schools nationwide. To begin, I will tell you about how the students are affected by learning in two languages. Dual immersion programs have many benefits for the students. In California, 39% of the population is Hispanic. A significant number of Hispanic community members comes with children who speak Spanish as their first language. With or without dual immersion programs, these students will have to learn and speak English in school, even though they speak Spanish at home. Connor Williams, writing for Edutopia, explains, many districts are acknowledging these assets that students bring to school, and in response have created dual language immersion programs where English learners and native English speakers learn together. This puts English speakers and Spanish speakers on a similar playing field and benefits both parties equally. Another advantage of learning multiple languages young is that most high schools require students to study a second language. If these students are already proficient in this language, these required classes will come to them with more ease. This is something that I witnessed during my time in California. The students who were enrolled in dual immersion started high school in a level 4 Spanish, while I started at a level 1. Once the children can speak and understand the language, they can use this skill to communicate with others who speak the same language. With that said, bilingual children can further connect to their communities. In his article on the benefits of dual immersion programs for Latino children and families, Nicholas Black writes, findings showed that a greater number of parents in dual immersion programs perceived that their children grew closer to Spanish-speaking family and communicated more with Spanish-speaking community members, with marked enthusiasm noted especially in open-ended responses by parents of English-proficient students. In Mammoth Lakes, I grew close with a friend who came from a Mexican household. When I would go over to her house, her family would make me speak to them in Spanish, even though I was not even close to fluent. We would eat her mother's cooking, and I even attended her quinceañera. As time went on, talking to her family got easier, and I was less nervous to speak with native Spanish speakers. Going to her house meant that I was fully immersed in Mexican culture. Being able to communicate more effectively with community members will create a more tight-knit community. When given the opportunity to speak the language of people that you could not have understood previously, a whole new world is opened up, in a both literal and figurative sense. Spanish is the native language of 21 countries around the world, and knowing how to communicate with the people who live there will make global travel more enriching. Even though there are many people in support of dual immersion programs, there are some people who come with an opposing view. There is a lack of programs nationally, and places that do offer them face problems. Some points against dual immersion programs include arguments about not learning proper English and the fact that there are not enough teachers. Stephen Krashen explains, one teacher noted that children were picking up social English and not academic English, that new concepts still had to be presented in the primary language, and that they don't have as many readers in their class as they did the last year. Other teachers said that they would have to water down their core subjects. Krashen provides important insight into one of the main disadvantages of teaching in multiple languages, seeing that students will not learn as proficiently. In her literary review about Spanish immersion, Caitlin Pills states, teacher turnover and shortage continues to be a problem across our state and country with all educators. Teachers are leaving the profession because of high standards teachers are being held to by administrators and parents. Salaries are not feasible for some, and the amount of work teachers take home can create unnecessary stress. Immersion teachers are no different. The issue that Pills explains goes further than just bilingual education, as it is a nationwide issue. Even though there are disadvantages, the benefits outweigh them by a landslide. In the United States, there are many people who stand by their outdated and more conservative views that we should not allow immigration. This is amplified by the fact that many support building a wall along the border of Mexico and use the phrase, "This is America, speak English." Without teaching children other languages from a young age, this mindset and bigotry will continue. No matter what is done, the United States is incredibly diverse racially and ethnically, and will continue to stay this way. There are also many employers that are more likely to hire those who can speak multiple languages over those who cannot. In conclusion, bilingual education will benefit all children enrolled in the courses. By diverting more funding towards education, as we know that teachers and other educators are underpaid, a change can be made to the future of America. Make your community a better and more educated place by emailing local schools today and asking for dual enrollment options to be set in place. Todos ustedes que tengan un buen día y hasta luego.